Good morning, everyone. We've had some pretty amazing, crazy volatility this morning. Hey, so we had like that little AD before non-farm payroll, which will be released tomorrow. Wow, I was watching the charts this morning. I had no idea that we were going to sell like this. Pretty wild. So we're still going to be starting in the red a little bit. We have been trading the opening from the previous day, so that carries on to the next day. Throw $37 in the red on one account and green in the 40 on the other. So that's kind of where we're at on the valuations at slash funded this morning. All this crazy movement, man, it could just be complete chop this day. Man, I wish I had stayed on the charts this morning. And I started looking at the charts like 5, 6 o'clock this morning, and I thought it would just grind the rest of the morning. I think I fell back asleep, and I was like, man, what a crazy sell-off all the way back down to that nice support level of 600. And this here was AD non-farm payroll. Oh, goodness. All right. If the ES can hold this 42, I feel like it's going to struggle to get through the 45 and the 48 also. Really hoping that Bulenox will start at 90% off this week leading up to the 4th. No. Excuse me, guys. I just cannot wake up this morning. What's up, Jim? Yeah. Blade Runner Husk. Nice. That's like a 80s, 90s movies, right? 90s movie? I feel like I've heard that movie before. Blades Runner? Oh, around 91. I somewhat remember it. The ES hit the open. I thought it was going to take a little bit to get up there, but I know the 42 is kind of like Manzini's level this morning. What's up, Capital? 720 is the target. Your target to the upside. Yeah, we were stuck. Remember us being stuck last night at the 720. Wow, look at this. This nasty bearish candle on the ES. A little fake out. For the ES, you're looking for 42 to hold up here. Oh, did I miss? I think I missed it. I don't trust the second hit. I was trying to catch a 10-point reversal off the yesterday's close, but I was trying to be a wick or so right above it. Might just have to wait for us to push above it. Then maybe we can target that 720 that Capital was talking about. So we missed that short right off yesterday's close. I was trying to split the difference between the close and the open. Yeah. Today's open also paid 10 points. I wasn't sure about that second push. Man. Oh no, I didn't. That sucks. I think I forgot to change my stuff from last night. I did. I had my stuff set on last night where I was just taking freaking 5 points. Or not even 5 points. That sucks. We're probably going to end up with our full 10 points here. I was kind of waiting for us to be back above this yesterday's close and open. Okay. We'll have to look for. Let me fix this real quick. I'm glad I did that now, not later. I'm surprised we sold back down through that. The 5-minute trend broke also on that one. If the ES can get through the 45s, we should go. All right. What it is, the ES keeps running into yesterday's open too at the 45s. Ah, damn it. The ES is looking scary here. Ooh, come on, hold 42. Need 42 to hold on the ES. Damn it. The boom is here. Nice, Francis. All I care about is 705. After that, it can do what it wants to do. Then we're going to be right below that 720. Then we'll have one contract left. It'll either go or it don't go. Thanks for reminding me to put my stop loss where it needed to be, capital, at that previous swing, because sometimes I forget about doing that. Oh, having it in the right spot, you mean? The right swing? I know. Thanks for the call out, outer. I mean, out. I don't know why I keep wanting to say outer, capital. So that was a funded account. So we're up almost 277. Ooh, we got lucky. It barely missed us on that one. I just know, Capital says we got a lot of. I know this was the resistance at the 720 because we were battling this 720 last night when we were trading the overnight. We just have one micro left. As you can see, we're still a little red from trading last night, like 37 bucks. All right. So that was a 251 funded trade. So that'll be the only funded trade today. The rest of the trades will be evaluations only. So that did get us over the $1,000 on our funded on the 50K. So we're sitting at 1,049. Now, if we want to be a little bit on the DGen side and be a little aggressive with valuations, we can the rest of the morning. So if you look at the ES is also getting stuck at yesterday's open and close. I know. Nice call out, Outer. I hate that I missed your call out yesterday. I was really was going to take it when you called out 88. You're like, all right, 88 support. I was waiting for the first pullback to get it like a bull flag, and then that's when it popped like 40 points or 30 points. So I had to sit there and just watch. Yeah, so we missed the one yesterday on the 88 support resistance. It definitely looks like we're just setting up a nice big flag for breakout here. And you got the 15-minute opening range also sitting there at 710s. Oh. That was what? You talking about just on that last one? What was that? Around the 75, 80s off of the Asia low, right? I want to target the 80s this morning. I want to get in back in and see if we can target the 80s for that top of overnight London's high. $5.90, yeah, or $5.90. What? Sounds like Methodical Man's giving away a free account this morning. Let me see. I thought I heard him saying exclamation cash. So let's see. What is it? Okay. So if everybody wants to go over to Methodical Man and entered exclamation cash, he's giving away a 150 take profit account this morning in a drawing. Let's see here. I'll get his link and I'll put it in the chat here. This way, if you want to go over there and register. For anybody that's not in a subscriber over there. Here's his link. If you just want to go over there and just put exclamation cash, like I said, he's giving away just put in exclamation cash like that, and it'll register you for 150K take profit account for a giveaway this morning. Ooh, I didn't expect us to lose this 15 minutes here. Where's that? Let's see. I think it's all this we're going to have to get through before we get some normal movement As you can see, the ES is pretty much trapped between yesterday's close open and open, or close the open and today's open here between 45 and 48. That's kind of a tongue twister. All right, guys. So we've already taken a funded trade this morning. All we can do now is just kind of be patient, just wait and see what happens. Might be one of those explosion type candles where it's just hard to enter because it'll just shoot up 20, 30 points and wake back down. To me, it's hard to jump in on those candles. I did that a lot back in probably my early days, but I don't do that no more, where I just jump in on these breakouts like that unless I've already kind of planned to. And that's could what happened. If the ES busts above this level here, I would think that we'd get a nice move up. You have also the 535 sitting over there at 52. So you'll have about 4 or 5 points before it runs into some more resistance. And you also have the overnight London high sitting up at 90. Woo. Oh, this might be the pop here. That was a quick candle. All right, finally getting above it. Once the ES gets above this 48 to 47 area, we should make a nice move up. I'd like to see us get a pullback on the ES back into this 48-40 area. Maybe create another little bear flag or bull flag. Maybe we can look for another little breakout to the upside. Were you in that long, Francis? The boom boom, oh man. I feel like we'll run into resistance at 52, 50 area. Oh, I was asking, did you take that long with everybody? I didn't know if you took the long off the previous day, open and close back around the 90 level. Oh, shoot. You've been long since yesterday. Nice. Was that 600 level? Hmm. Yeah, I've never done any kind of overnight trading. Man, at 80, I don't even know if I do even this. I mean, I don't know what it feels like to be at 80, but heck, even at in my, I'm 48, and I don't even think too much about looks. I was wondering to see if we're going to get a reversal here at 52. That's the 535 on the 5-minute chart. Let's see if it offers 10 points. I used to be good looking. Nice. Oh, man. Heck yeah. I just tell myself it only matters what the wife thinks. Or your partner, whatever, whoever you may be with. That's the only one that matters. Wow, we broke that 52 area here. Been divorced twice. So far, I've only been married once. I hope, even though when you get married, you hope like, oh, this is it. Oh. Wow, we're in this nice, just grinding higher and higher. Man, we're definitely probably going to that London London high up there at 90. I don't know if it's going to offer us another entry here for some kind of pullback. Those divorces are real expensive, I bet. Yeah, it's always expensive for most men, especially if you got kids and a lot of money involved. Is Methodical Man, John, is he also in that 5 minute long? Is that what that is? The 5 minute breakout this morning? The last pullback was probably your entry if you're going to re-enter this. I was debating it here off of this flag breakout, but man, I just wasn't sure because we were still just kind of stuck below that yesterday's open and close. So the better entry probably would have been off the 15-minute range here, but you could also have done the breakout too out of the flag. Yeah, if you're still holding longs, I would definitely be targeting that 90 up there at the London highs. I wish we didn't have such a deep pullback on my long that I was in earlier because I was still holding my funded trade and I really wanted to hold till we hit that 80 level up there. Well, that was going to be my target, 80. What's up, Ponzi? How are you doing? It pulled back over 100 points right before it opened this morning right before the AM session open. And trust me, I was actually up this morning because I was trying to find an entry off the previous day open close. But this morning, what, 8 o'clock? We had 100-point pullback all the way into that 600 level again. This has left us pretty far behind. There's nothing we can do here unless we get some kind of deep pullback. So all we can do is just sit here and watch. If you're just joining us, we took one trade this morning, and that was on our funded account. So we're up 250 on the funded account this morning. We finally have pushed above the 1,000 mark on the 50K account. These two trades right here from yesterday's open, I was trying to take some small trades over last night to get a little green. We got a little green on this one, like $40. This one, we were in the red last night. We're actually down at one point like $120 on this account. And we were able to find a nice little short with the mini to get it back to close to break even. So that's where that red came from. See, I wonder if we lose that 52. Yeah, tomorrow we'll have a half a day. So the futures only trades for a half a day tomorrow morning. Because I guess the market closes at 1 o'clock tomorrow. Man, just cannot get back below those 52s. I thought we were going to lose these 52s and have a decent pullback. Wouldn't mind getting a decent pullback all the way into like maybe the 50 EMA, just like right above that 15-minute opening range. So guys, if you're new here, if you want to join, subscribe to Methodical Man's Lobby. He's doing a 150K take profit account giveaway this morning. He said in like 9 or 10 more minutes. I put his link in the chat here. Just stroll back a little bit up. You'll see my name kind of highlighted, and you'll see like YouTube Live. That's his chat. Then just put exclamation cash in the lobby. Man, it looks like the 52 is waiting for the rest of the market to catch up. We're still waiting for a pullback to see if we can take this up to the overnight high around the 790, 780 area. But we're just not getting any kind of pullback for entry. What's up, I am? Most of the time I do like a 10-point stop loss. This morning I did risk a little bit more than the usual 10 because I had about a 15-point stop loss this morning on the previous trade. What it is, if I'm taking my trades off of a certain target, then I have a fixed 10-point stop loss. Now, that's only on fundeds that I'm usually pretty strict about these stop loss because I don't want to usually lose more than like $200 a day on my funded accounts. But this funded account trade was a little bit different this morning because we wasn't trading into the today's open and close, because that's just usually where I'm taking my funded trades at, is off the previous day close and open. Now for evaluations, it can be a little bit different. Evaluations is never really the same to me because I don't trade the same setup with evals. I trade just different things. Evals, I'll do bull flag, bear flag breakouts. I'll trade off the 15-minute range. That's why I had this marked out this morning, because I was considered taking an eval trade off this 15-minute opening range here, but a lot of times I won't take it if it starts consolidating a lot because I'm not sure what it's going to do. So I usually just try to stay away from it. So there's the 80 target that I wish I was able to get for my original long. Oh, that's a pity. Nah, that sucks. Yeah, but I usually only stick to like just one thing when the funded's. Now, if you're watching it, if you're watching and I say I'm on evaluation, that means it's just different setups that I take with the evals. And the evals are a little bit more aggressive too. I do trade these evaluations more aggressive. So with Bulanox, I only have one funded account with them. Most all my funded accounts are with APEC. I have 5 with APEC, 1 with Bulanox. Then the only evaluations that I have right now is 3. I'm trying to get 3 funded accounts with Bulanox. So hopefully I can get at least one of these 2 to the funded level, because I'm not saying I won't blow either one of them, but be nice to get both of them. But if I can just get one of the 2 there, that'd be nice. So this red here, lately I've been trading the previous day like open. So starting at 6 o'clock in the morning, I'll hop on here and just see if we can find some kind of breakout on the 5-minute chart. So this is where that red came from. We did find like a small winner for 40 bucks, but I don't trade fundeds at the opening in the evenings, but usually it's just eval trades. Ooh, do we have a pullback off this 90 level from that London high? Let's see. This was our original long this morning in the 90s. I think it was like 95. What sucks is we've gone up 100 points from our original entry, so we definitely left a lot on the table this morning. You got some more to the upside? Nice. All we can do is sit here and watch, man. We haven't had no like good pullback for a re-enter. I know we've just been just straight up guys with hardly any pullback. The last consolidation that we really had was right here above the 15 minutes. And I did not take that one. Like I said, I just wasn't a fan of all the consolidation. I didn't know if we would have a deeper pullback. So that one scared me off. Yesterday's open is sitting up there at 866. Without a pullback, guys, there's just not really anything for us to do without just jumping in. So here's where we are so far on our money. These two are from yesterday evening, so that's why they're very little. So $40 in the green, 37 in the red. And for our fundeds, we're up 250. And really, to me, that's the only one that really matters to me, if we're green or red. Francis, where was your original long from? Since you were holding overnight, where did you get long from yesterday at 11? Man, is this all the pullback we get, guys? Come on. We need a deep pullback. I want to see a pullback all the way into the 50s off this 800. Uh, wow. Come on now. Give us the pullback. You're about to reload on what again, Ponzi? Are you talking about recycling? You talking about recycling cans? Oh, for us to sell back down. I would like to see us sell back down to the 750. I mean, to me, this would be a perfect, nice area for probably a nice bounce if we can get the pullback here to the 50, and it'll be sitting right on top of your 50 EMA also. But so far, if this stays to the same trend as we got right here, it could just be one of those days where we just don't really ever have a pullback. We just consolidate before each and every single breakout, and we don't even really ever get the pullbacks. To me, I don't do that great on these type of like breakouts. Usually I like the one or two candle, like one candle go. These right here, it just kind of like I just feel like I'm being just faked out over and over. So a lot of times I stay away from these type of longs. I don't know what it is. I just have never been that great with trading price action like this. So that's what I'm saying. We might not even get a pullback. It's just basically, you just don't know. I mean, it's just like consolidation, go, consolidation, go, consolidation, go, consolidation. It's just a slow grinding consolidation higher and higher. So I just don't ever really do that great with this type of price action. Because usually what happens to me, because like I said, I play with such a tight stop loss. Most of the time I end up getting stopped out anytime I try to trade this price action. And that's why I didn't take this flag. I mean, we drew out this area for the breakout, but we didn't take it. Because I wasn't sure if we want to lose the 15-minute opening gap. So this is your 15-minute candle here. So that was the high of your 15 minutes. As you can see, we never really broke back below it. And a lot of times I will take this on evaluations, but most of the time I usually like to see it push above it, come back, hit it with one candle, then go. So this is why we kind of stayed away from it this morning, because then it just started just chopping sideways. And I wasn't sure if we were going to sell back down. But, you know, everybody's a little different. You just have to do what, you know, is comfortable for you. And it may be one of those days you just get long on a pullback. If I can get some kind of entry where we can pull back into like maybe the 50 range or below this 20 EMA, then make another little bull flag and go. Because like I said, I feel like we have a nice target of that 866 at yesterday's open. And we got yesterday's highs all the way at 915. So we do have some good targets to the upside. Just got to find an entry without feel like we're just jumping in. And this is also your IBH. I mean, I've taken trades on valuations off of the IBH here, but usually it's within a couple candles. So what you do is this is an indicator that I have that marks out the hour after the market opens. So that's what the IBH is, the initial balance high. So it's two 30-minute candles. A lot of times you can get the breakout above the IBH, and these are eval trades only that I do these type of setups on. So you wait for the breakout above the IBH, then you wait for the retest, and then you jump in on the retest. It's usually like a 50-50 type of trade on the IBH. Yeah, same here, Eric. That's why I'm just sitting here watching. And it's what sucks is it's probably going to continue going up. Yeah, Francis, his sell signal has clicked on, so we'll see if we get that pullback. Yeah, the breakouts on this, Eric. I don't know if you caught any of these longs off of the today's open and yesterday's close. To me, that was probably the better of the entry this morning. If you were able to get that entry, that was the one entry that I took this morning. We had one little pullback here, and I'm glad Capital when here says I almost didn't have my stop loss where it needed to be, so I ended up risking like 15 points because I was long from 95 right there at today's open. So my idea there was I was hoping if we got above today's open that I could use yesterday's close as my line in the sand, but we ended up pulling back into the 80s a little bit before we went. And this here is something that I need to get better at doing too, is putting my stop loss where it needs to be. Because I can't tell you how many times I've been stopped out and it ended up going up 50, 60 points. And that happens to me quite a bit, honestly, is I'll end up paper handing trades or having my stop loss where it doesn't need to be. Now it's starting to feel like some holiday trading. So this is the low of the yesterday's London here at 820. Ooh, that looks very bullish. So not sure about this one, guys. We may get stopped out. It's just playing the 50 bounce on a valuation. I wouldn't recommend doing this on no funded account. This is just eval only. Ooh, it's so close. I hate that it was that close. Let's see. I may not do that because that would be the second move. So yeah, you want to hit that on the very first move. You don't want it to be the second one. A lot of times if you play the second one, you get wrecked. So we're going to skip out on that one. I like that one much better whenever it was around the 50 level here. I don't know. It's still, you have all the support from this consolidation here too at the 50. Oh, you were still in there long, Java? Nice. Yeah, that level that it hit, that was the low of the previous day, London low from the previous day. So if you kind of go to the left here, so this is the New York AM session. You may get another little bounce here back down. So if you go to the bottom of the London low here at 17, that was the reversal there. Where was your original entry at, Outer? I'm not Outer, but Java. Man, this thing just pulled back one candle, then just ripped back up. Oh my goodness. Long at 780. I could see that. There's we had all that little consolidation there at the 80 level. Was hoping to get more of a bear flag type breakout there. A bull flag breakout where we had like 2 or 3 red candles, then a go. Yeah, I know. The London low is London low from the previous day is sitting at that 820 or 818. Yeah, it's been up all morning. I'm annoyed that I left so much on the table. Was what irritates me is my original entry was back at what 695. So I've been pretty much watching since it stopped me out at what 715 this morning or 710 somewhere around in that range. And we're already up another 100 points since I've been stopped out. The next level up is going to be that 866. It's like, man. I almost just want to jump in with 1 or 2 micros and just see how far to go. Because we got yesterday's open sitting at 866 and yesterday's highs sitting at 915. Oh my goodness. Whew. Maybe retest the London lows for another bounce. See if we can retest the 1819s here and hold. It's so hard for me to pull the trigger. We're so high up. I'm just going to stay away. If it goes, it goes. We're just going to sit there and watch. That was the retest of those London lows. It's probably going to go to. I know, it's been going up all morning. I know anytime I ever try to buy this high up, we always end up pulling back, and I get caught in a bad like long or something. Is usually what happens to me if I try to long this, since we haven't really had like a really decent pullback today besides this one candle. You're taking a chance in longing here? I don't know. I guess it depends on where it pulls back at. Maybe if it it may be a little bit more convincing if we get back above that 1820 level there, for back above the London lows. Maybe a nice retest of the IBH here. Ooh, we could maybe we had a 5-minute little Romney candle up there, so 75 could be a target. There was the 50% pullback there at the 800s. That 45, yesterday's AM highs. Now, these are evals only, guys. Just remember that. Like, I wouldn't take this on a funded setup. Right now, we're at the low of London at that 20 level. So if we can break that 20, we should get a little pop here. From the previous day London low. We got yesterday's high sitting at 866. Also yesterday, from yesterday's level. What was that, 45? I saw that a while ago. Let me see. Okay, that's the top of the AM session at 44.45. That's what Outer was talking about here. Here's the AM New York session. It's the highs of New York there at 45.46. So we're going to target 5 points below that. Yeah, this type of trading right here is definitely bull flag trend trading breakouts pretty much most of the day. Like I said, the only thing I struggle with these breakouts is the consolidation period. I don't do very good when I have like 5, 6, 7, 8 candles. I don't usually do that great with those type of setups. They make me hesitate to jump in is what it is. And a lot of times I end up jumping in too late. So we retested the London lows at the 20s. After we hit the 40, I don't really care what happens from there. We just have the one contract left. Nice Java. All right, we'll go to break even. I'm usually bad about going to break even too fast and getting stopped out capital. Unfortunately, we had to make up that $40 in the hole. Right now, we're up 173 on this evaluation here. And it may come down a little bit too, just depend on if our break-even trade. If we come back for the break-even, we'll end up with 123. It's better to be a winner than a loser after being in the green. Oh, isn't that the truth? Trust me, that's happened to me quite a bit too, Capital, where I'll be up like 8 or 9 points and like miss my first initial target. Like, oh, let me hold. I think it'll go back, and it doesn't go back. Then I end up being in the red. All right, so we may run into some resistance here at the 46. That's the AM high from yesterday, so we might get a little pullback here. We'll have to see what happens. We'll mark that out. See. And we have yesterday's open sitting at 66. So I got one micro left, and I'm going to target the yesterday highs up here at 9:15. But I may start taking profit too if we get above this AM session here. I may use that as my, well, actually, I may just do it at this swing here. We got a swing, another swing here. So see where the 50% of the move that we could possibly get pulled back to. So it could easily pull back to about the 25, 26 area on a 50% of the total move of this leg here. Did I miss a Methodical Man's giveaway? Did he do his giveaway already? I think I might have missed it. I might have the music too loud in my ear. Yeah, I think I might have missed it. I think I have the music too loud in my ear over here to hear. So we could easily get a pullback right, hopefully no deeper than that 25 level there. That would be your 50% of your pullback there. Or even maybe to fill in this little gap here at 31. Above 46, that's kind of where I would like to take profit at, hopefully, if we can get it back above the 46. Hopefully this is just a little consolidation here before we get the pop like we have been. Keep that trend up. Because we haven't really been getting deep pullbacks all morning. Ooh, nice 46. That's that one setup type where you're talking about outer where you can short the previous day high or close. There's the 50% pullback there. All right. So we got stopped out just for a few points on the last runner. So we ended up with a 180 on that move. So we got one eval left that we can try to maybe find a move for if we want to add to it. But I don't know if I'm going to go full 10 micros to 1 mini. I think I'm going to bump it down to 5. This way, at the most, we lose $100. Oh, yeah. Well, I was already in my trade there. That was the setup there, right? Yeah, I mean, it was perfect. I think I'm definitely maybe take another long out of this 800 level. That'll be another IBH retest. Maybe that's what it'll take for us to get back at yesterday's open. But I know we also have this resistance sitting at 820s from that London low from the previous day. So I don't know if we'll get back through the 20s here. Maybe. Actually, I may even do it with 3 micros since we've already hit it that many times just to play it safe. This way we're not risking more than 60 bucks if it loses. Oh, never mind. That gap got filled in already. Might not even get that pullback. The 20 level that you guys keep bouncing here, this is where we're getting this level from as just an indicator that you can use on TradingView that marks out all your previous day's highs and lows from different sessions. So that 820 is coming from the London low from the 25th. Wait, Tuesday. Is that Tuesday? Yeah. Yesterday. Yeah, today's only Wednesday. Never mind. Yeah, yesterday. I've been losing track of days. It's kind of a weird, like, holiday week. If you look at the 5 minute, that 50 is sitting right there on top of that 5 minute non-EMA. So and we're just looking for 10 points. Oh, you got your sell signal? See, I'm not liking this. It's just taking way too long. Usually you want it to be like instant. This grindy price action is horrible. I hate this type of price action. I'm liking this less and less. I hate the fact that we done bounced down that way that many times. That's usually not the normal type of bounce setup that you're looking for. Usually you just want to see it in one candle. You don't want to see it go 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, that's just way too much. And it still may work. That's just way too many times. Usually whenever you get that, it's just in one full move. See, we just pushed down again and missed it. Yep. Mm. What time is it? 11:30. We only have what, maybe 30 more minutes. What, for the lunch hour to start, or does the lunch hour start at 11:30? Let me see. Still got about, wait. What's up, Solo? How have you been doing today? It's been a pretty good day today. We've been super patient. We haven't taken we've only taken maybe like 2 trades. We took the first initial breakout this morning off the previous day open and close for our funded trade. Then we hopped in again a while ago. I want to say, I forgot where we hopped in a while ago in our last trade. Is it this one here? It was whatever the last moves was up to the 40. So I feel like it was here. Somewhere, I want to say in this area here. I don't remember the exact spot. Oh, the timing's not right on the trading view. I am in Central Time, so I don't know if that may be the issue with the time here. I'm in Central Time, so it's actually here where I'm at. It's 10:30 a.m. or 10:25. So it looks like Methodical Man did take this long off the 50. I didn't like that just because we done hit it too many times. Oh, okay. See. So what's supposed to be the time? I can change it real quick right here since we just... So these are the times that it has set up at the moment. Just remember, I am in Central Time, so I don't know if that has something to do with the way it looks. 11:30. Okay. Then the lunch hour starts at 12, right? 11:30 to 1:30. All right, the PM is set for that. So as you can see, this is why we stayed away from that 50 EMA. It already hit down there so many times that I wasn't sure if it would pay. I mean, I think it may have paid your 10 points, so you would have got tagged in here. Yeah, I mean, it paid your 10 points, so it would have been a winner. Yeah, it would have paid 10 points for that 50 bounce. And you're just looking for 10 points. So we're just looking for one more entry for this last eval. So like I said, even if we don't find nothing, it's not a big deal. I feel as far as any like nice setups left, I'm not really looking for any more of those just because we've already got our funded trade for the day and we got 250. And that was kind of like, we took that at the very beginning off of yesterday's open and close. Everything else just trying to look for maybe a 10-point plus with a runner with the valuation. So this is where we took our funded trade off of today's open and close. Those are like one of my favorite areas to take those bounces because they're so close together. And a lot of times you get 10 points. You actually could have got your 10 points if you took the short this morning because it went up and hit that, paid almost 40 points for the first bounce. Then the second one, you still got another 10 to 20 point bounce on the pullback. So it actually paid twice before the long paid. We're hoping that we can find maybe another long entry if we're going to continue up because you have yesterday's high sitting at 915 and yesterday's open sitting at 866. And that was the initial balance high retest off those 800s. For anybody that plays the initial balance, it paid 10 points. Also changed the sessions draw limit to 5. All right. All right, so now we're moving into the lunch hour. This is, like I said, usually I try not to take any trades during this time because a lot of times this is where we start consolidating. I didn't know if we're going to get that pop above that AM session there. Bad methodical man. He quit streaming already. Yeah, same. I'm not getting hungry, but it's definitely moving into that consolidation period for the AM session. The safe thing to do if you want to continue trading is probably wait for this lunch hour to be over with, then come back after lunch and look for something during the PM session. Man. All right, guys, I think I'm going to call it quits during the lunch hour. If we don't make it back for power hour, which we've been struggling to come back at power hour, we've been doing the opening right before the Asia market this week. Usually we don't make that much. Most of the time I've been red the last 2 days in that market. I think, what is it? Monday we were negative $50 in that market. Yesterday we were $40 or $30 in the red from that market. We did have like a little $40 green there, but yeah, I don't usually trade that great in that market. It's just more or less if I can build a little green, that's fine, but I don't really go out of my way to really push the accounts just because the market's so slow. And if you get in the red in that market, it's so hard to get back in the green. You don't have the volatility. So like I would never trade my funded account in that market because I'm not that comfortable with it, but I do trade evals in that market usually. So one eval, we're up 180 today, a total of 1,390. Time for some fireworks. I don't ever go to fireworks shows. Probably haven't done that since my kids were younger. We have some neighbors that usually shoot off a bunch of fireworks, but usually we just stay home with the dogs because, you know, usually we have this one pet who like hates fireworks. And so she like freaks out. So we'll have to probably drug her tomorrow night. Because then I think tonight and tomorrow night, the city allows people to shoot off fireworks for like 4 days from the 1st to the 5th, I'm not mistaken. So all the people that probably went to the fireworks stands, they'll probably be shooting those off all night. I don't think it'll be too bad tonight, but tomorrow night I think it will because a lot of people will be off Friday. My thing on fireworks, Dope the dog. My thing on buying a lot of money in fireworks, I think it's just like blown up money. Like, so I've never really spent a lot on fireworks stuff. Besides like the occasional probably little bitty fireworks when the kids were younger. Benadryl. Laura has that one medicine that you give dogs right before like surgeries and stuff. Starts with a T. I don't know the correct name of it. I even saw a commercial about it this morning. Like, don't forget to go get your pets drug medicine so they're not freaking out tonight. It's like Dren something. I can't remember the correct name for it. Okay. Yeah, that may be. I don't know. But thanks everybody for watching and chatting. It definitely makes the time go about fast when we got people in here chit-chatting. And thank everybody for call outs today. Thanks Capital for the 46 call out and the 20 call out. So we definitely used those today. So when we got long this morning for our funded trade, we were using that 20 as a possible profit target. But we did bust through it to take out some more levels above it, but those were the initial targets. And unfortunately, my second contract that I had, because I was trying to target the 80s, we missed all of that because of that fairly deep pullback. So we didn't get the full amount on that last contract. And that was for funded. But we did have a good funded trade day, 250. That's usually a little bit more than what I usually get for our funded trades. Most of the time, the funded trades usually between 100 to 200. Thanks, Francis. Enjoy the 4th if you are going out. Be careful. Like I said, a lot of crazy people sometimes, and you know, I don't like crowded areas because you never know what people do these days. Thank you guys for watching.